Okay, we're looking at division of fraction in this video. Let's say you have a fraction 2 dividing 5 over 4, for example, right? We already know that this symbol means division, abi? Okay, now let's apply it here. 2 divided by 5 over 4 is the same thing as just saying 2 divided by 5 over 4. Now there's a concept I call far and near. What you do is the numbers that are far apart, you multiply them together. Then the ones that are closer together, you multiply them together. So what you have is 2 times 4 is what? 8 all over 5. And this will be your answer. Let's look at another example. Let's say you have 1 whole number 1 over 2 dividing 5, right? First, let's convert this mixed fraction to an improper fraction. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. So this is 3 over 2 dividing 5. Okay? So what will happen is you have 3 over 2 over 5. So far and near will take place here again. We assume that 5 is over 1 here. So you have 1 times 3 and 2 times 5. 1 times 3 is what? 3. 2 times 5 is 10. So this will be your answer. There's another method we can use. So we have 3 over 2 here, right? Now this division symbol, we can change it to multiplication. And for you to do that, you have to invert one of your fraction. So numerator will become denominator. If you turn this to times, you have 1 over 5 and not 5 over 1. To be 1 over 5. If that's the case, this will be 3 times 1, 2 times 5, 10. And as you can see, it is similar to what we did here. So these two methods are valid, whichever method you can use. Now, let's look at one final example on division. Let's say you have 1 over 4 dividing 1 over 3. Division 1 times 1. Sorry. This division symbol, change to multiplication, you will invert one of your fraction. To invert means to turn. Let's say you want to invert 1 over 2. To invert it means you turn numerator to denominator and denominator to numerator. So if you invert 1 over 2, it will become 2 over 1. Right? So that's the idea for inversion. Okay, let's go now. Let me show you something. This division symbol, for you to change it to multiplication, what will happen is you put your multiplication symbol, then 3 will go up and 1 will come down. So you have 3 times 1, 3. 4 times 1 is what? 4. This will be your answer. Okay. Let's look at one final example that involves multiplication and division together. Okay, let's say you have an expression like this. 2 whole number 2 over 3 times 1 number 1 over 2 all over 4 whole number 4 over 5, right? Now, if you notice, you will see that we have mixed fractions everywhere. So we have to convert each of these mixed fractions to improper fractions first before we can simplify this fraction. 2 times 3 is what? 6 plus 2, 8. So this will be 8 over 3 in improper fraction form times what? 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. So this will be 3 over 2 here. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. So this will be 24 over 5. Next we have, now remember I said for multiplication we can divide numerator and denominator, but we cannot multiply them together. So 2 can go here, 1, 2 can go into 8, 4 times, 3 will cancel 3. So in the numerator, overall numerator here, you will have 4 over 1. 4 over 1, then 24 over 5 over 5. Now, remember the concept of half and near. So use 4 to multiply 5 and 1 to multiply 24. So 4 times 5 will give us what? To give us 20. 1 times 24 is what? 24. If you observe, we can reduce this. So let's reduce it. 2 will go into 20 10 times. 2 will go into 24 12 times. We can reduce it further. 2 go into 10 5. 2 go into 12 6. Now we cannot reduce it more than this. So your answer will be 5 over 6. Your answer will be 5 over 6. And that is how you reduce fractions. That is how you simplify fractions. Okay. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video.